for initial plans, because of our budget, we decided that we would shoot a spec uh, film. So basically, we picked basically two scenes out of the movie that we thought were probably the most exciting, and decided to use those, film those, and then present it to investors to try to get funding for the full-length feature film.
Technically, this was supposed to be a pilot.
Right,
Pilot
right,
that was supposed
right.
to be shot to introduce to the execs to see if they'd actually be interested in it. I knew that every single shot that led to meeting ERZA had to kind of give off like this sense of mystery, where there'll be like a lot of long shots where I wanted to actually have the atmosphere speak for
Right.
itself.
Right.
Where whether it's like him walking down the hall, maybe
Mhm.
the hall at the end would look so, again, there's like this big black hole at the end, because again, it just kind of feels like I'm going to the unknown.
There's such a build-up to her that, even as an actor, you kind of get caught in that build-up thing. Like, there's a movie called The Third Man with Orson Welles and Joseph Cotten, and the first, like, 2/3 of the movie is Joseph Cotten, and all you do is hear about a character named Harry Lime, which is Orson Welles. By the time you see him, you've heard so much shit about this guy that he's, like, larger than life, and he didn't even do anything yet.
Right.
And again, the reason why I kind of felt that would fit is because no one knows who ERZA really is.
Right.
Whether the character of Davin or even people themselves don't know who the hell ERZA
Exactly.
really is. So I wanted to really showcase that, whether he's actually finally gets to the front of the room where you actually kind of see like that shot looking down the stairs.
Right.
He's going into this world that's unknown to him.
And learning as I went on that side of the world, of the technicalities in filmmaking, I started to realize that I knew what I wanted. Halfway through, it was just an epiphany that came to me of exactly what I wanted. And you start to realize what you want when you realize what you don't want it to be. And what I wanted was something that was abstract. I did not want to go to the confines of the usual horror movie. I didn't want it to be, they always have this definitive genre, cookie cutter, pigeonholing of horror movies, where there are the people that are fans of the psychological thrillers and you got people that are into the gore. I want a little both. And, a lot of people who I respect fought me tooth and nail on mixing those genres, but I knew that meant something to me.
When I was 15, I started to realize there was something off about him. The density in his eyes. His mind was also emotionally vacant. And that heart of his, it probably pulsed heavier when his wrath was seared into their last excruciating moments.
ERZA, Fear of a Faceless God, is, you have this band, you called it ERZA. Is this a music video for the band? Is this a 90-minute video for the band? Is this a film? I mean, what are you trying to do here? And I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't want it to be a conventional film. I almost hate defining it. I feel just looking for those people are so comfortable in these boundaries, and they want to dictate some sort of limited stratosphere over everything. They want to define it, and I hate definitions. What's the beauty of this art form is the able to make art.
I knew that if we could fill in the holes, create a good look,
Right.
come up with some really, creative,
Right.
chopping
Right.
of the music and the scenes and
Right.
whatever public domain stuff we were able to deal with. Lo and behold, we got ERZA.
Many people don't know. I mean, if you remember the masturbation scene, the Hungarian suicide song we used. The Hungarian suicide song was a song that was famous in Hungary, and the writer wrote that in a very depressed time of his life. The song was so sad that the urban legend goes that people would literally throw themselves out of windows.
Well, they banned it.
Kedvesem, gyere! Hap is lesz koporsó,
And so, what's interesting about the song, which I thought was perfect, the song is in Hungarian, and worked perfectly well for the scenes, and that was public domain as well.
And also those influences of that
Right.
kind of music was cool for us
Yeah.
because we were able to recreate original scoring that we
Right.
did for the
Right,
with those influences as mine,
Right.
as well as getting the rock,
right,
quote unquote metalish.
right. Yeah,
Effect.
we don't want to do the old '80s thing. We just
Right.
use rock. We wanted to some live, or something that was today, something that somebody that likes horror and likes rock was gonna say, "Wow, this is a really cool movie."
Right.
I will